Hey everybody, Nick Man here at V-Head Ranch with another episode of Is This a True Story or Just a Joke? So we went whitewater rafting in the new, was it the Gauley? The New River Gauley. Gauley, it was the Gauley. And they only release it like for 6 weeks out of the year. And this is an epic whitewater trip that I've always wanted to go to. So my wife, I told her about it. We're all the kids, all of us are going, and my wife is freaking out because she's like, you can die on this. Everybody, and I'm like, if you know my wife, she likes to panic. So she does her research. She's panicking. Well, anyway, we calm her down, give her a couple Xanax, we go. So we're in, is it West Virginia or Virginia? I'll just say West Virginia. We're in the Gauley, and we start going down this river, and our raft is me and all women. It was all my girls, my wife, the river guy who's a girl, and another girl who turned out to be really super cool, but she didn't like us at first. Then, the Visick charm. Anyway, so she's like, oh great, I get to have a raft full of women. And I look at her, I go, what am I? She's like, oh, well, never mind. Well, anyway, we come to a class 5 rapid, which is very dangerous. And I'm sitting there, boom, boom, and I don't know what I did, but I screwed up. I didn't have my footing right, or I was leaning out too far. I fell out of the raft into the bubble where it goes like this. So my wife told me, it was like they went through it. They're like, hey, where's Nick? And they turn around and they don't see me. I am underwater trying to come up. And as I'm coming up, I'm getting pushed down. And that old little meme of what's his name? Gosh, can't think of his name. And that's the moment he realized he screwed up. And I'm like, I think I'm gonna die because I'm running out of air and I'm panicking. And then I remembered, they said, if you're in the bubble, go into a cannonball. So I went in a cannonball, and this thing kicked me up, and I came up for my first gasp of air. Went back down, and then I got kicked up, and I was on a rock, and I could feel the rock. And I'm like, oh, I can stand up. Okay, and never stand up in a rapid, because what happens is if you stand, you fall forward, your foot gets stuck, and then now you're a floppy fish. You can't get out, and you die. But I knew not to stand up. I just knew I was somewhere I could anchored. So I roll on it and I stick up, and I was just enough where I could get some air. I'm like, and I look to my left, and there's another raft. And the lady's like, go back in. I'm like, I don't want to go back in, but I have to go back in. So I go back in, but it's the flowing part, it's still turbulent. And I'm underneath, just tumbling along, looking for air. And I'm going to come out. And I don't know how I got out of it, but I finally got out. I'm in another raft, and they're like, you need to help us get you in. So I finally somehow got into the raft, and I'm swimming, and my wife is like, that was her father's day that he died. I'm like, that would be horrible. But, yeah, for the next half hour, I was pretty exhausted. I was still pale. The lady that was with us, I told her she was a doctor, and she did a check. He goes, you're fine. You're just exhausted, and you got a lot of adrenaline in your body, and you look like you look like hell. So anyway, yeah, that's a true story. I almost died, and that sucked. So I still encourage you to go whitewater rafting. It's an amazing trip, and if you fall in, go into a cannonball. God bless you.